He had sleepless nights wondering what had taken charge of his brother and Udochie. He became a shadow of himself, but they remained unconcerned and prepared for their marriage. Azuka and Udochie got married, not minding Obiada's feelings. On the day of their traditional marriage, Obiada in anger cursed them. "I curse you today for causing me pain. You will be together, but nothing good will come out of this. You will never know the joy of having a son. You will never have an heir to carry on your name or your legacy." Once upon a time in Uruma village, there lived two brothers, Obiada and Azuka. The village, though small in size, was known far and wide for its artisan, particularly the masterful craftsmanship of the blacksmiths. The sound of hammers striking anvils was often heard in the neighborhood as the people were mostly blacksmiths. Uruma's sons were hardworking and industrious. Maidens from neighboring villages wanted to be married into Uruma because of their sons' hardworking and caring nature. Obiada and Azuka were the descendants of Orata. The Oratas were known for their exceptional craftsmanship. They created tools, weapons, and works of art that were sought after far and wide before the war. The forge was the lifeblood of the family. Obiada had inherited the family's trade and had attended to his duty with honor. He spent his days on the forge perfecting his craft. Close to Obiada's workshop was a beautiful maiden, Udochie. Udochie had an eye for good things. She and Obiada had been together for many years, nurturing their dreams of a future together. They hoped to have a family and a life filled with happiness. Blacksmithing was a major craft in Omoma. However, the people also had other businesses they do. Obiada's younger brother Azuka, despite coming from the family of great blacksmiths, was into pig farming. He was adventurous and wealthy beyond measure. His pig farming made him one of the richest men in the village. Azuka's good looks and confident demeanor made him a favorite among the villagers, and he was accustomed to admiration and attention. Obiada believed in the importance of family, and since his younger brother was yet to meet with Udochie, he wanted her to know his younger brother, to be a part of the Orata family. Little did he know that this decision would set in motion events that would change their lives forever. One sunny Sunday afternoon, Obiada, with a sense of pride, introduced Udochie to his younger brother Azuka. As Azuka laid his eyes on Udochie, he felt a joy of surprise. She was even more beautiful than Obiada had described. Azuka was captivated instantly by her beauty. Azuka, who had always prided himself on his self-control, was inexplicably drawn to his brother's bride-to-be. Udochie, on the other hand, felt an excitement that she had never experienced before. It was a feeling that both intrigued and confused her. As the evening progressed, the three of them engaged in a lively conversation. Azuka was his usual charming self, and Udochie found herself charmed by his person. She couldn't help but notice the differences between the brothers. While Obiada was kind, hardworking, and dependable, Azuka was wealthier and more good-looking. Udochie found her feelings for Obiada's brother unsettling, as she had always believed her love for Obiada was unshakable. Days turned into weeks, and Udochie fought with her developing feelings for Azuka. But the more she fought, the more Azuka even professed his own growing attraction towards her. Udochie stopped visiting Obiada in his house to see if she could suppress her feelings for the brother. But her absence in Obiada's house increased the attraction as Azuka could not wait but found reasons to visit Udochie's neighborhood. Whenever Azuka was in Udochie's neighborhood, he would visit her claiming to have visited someone in the neighborhood. He engaged her in lively conversations and made her laugh. Udochie felt a special kind of way whenever she was in the company of Azuka. Soon the bond between them grew to the point where they couldn't go a day without seeing each other. Obiada noticed the closeness between them but dismissed it as harmless because he had faith in his brother and believed in Udochie's love for him. One evening, while Obiada was in his forge working, his brother approached him and asked for a chance to speak with him. "Obi, my brother, I don't know how to say this to you, but I just have to say it. I have feelings for Udochie and I want to marry her." For a moment, the words seemed to stop. Obiada could not process what he heard. "You want to marry who?" "My own Udochie. The woman I've loved for years. The woman I plan to spend the rest of my life with." "Yes, Obi, I know this is hard to hear, but I can't lie to myself or to you. I love her, and I believe she loves me too." Obiada's heart shattered. He had always known that Azuka was more good-looking and successful, but he had never imagined that his brother would betray him in this way. "This can't be happening. You mean of all the girls in this village and neighboring villages and towns, it's my own Udochie that you want? No, you can't take her from me." "I'm sorry, Obi, my brother. I never wanted this to happen, but I can't deny my feelings. I love her and she loves me too." Obiada was angry. The woman he loved and had envisioned their future together was slipping away. "This must be some kind of cruel joke. You can't marry her, she's mine." "I'm sorry, my brother. I wish things were different, but they aren't. Udochie and I love each other and we can't ignore our feelings. We can't pretend this isn't real. I know this hurts, but you deserve someone who loves you as much as you love them. Udochie is not that person. You think you can just take her and expect me to be okay with you? You think I can just move on? I trusted you, Azuka. I trusted you with everything." Obiada went to find out about the truth from Udochie, and to his surprise, Udochie was more into his brother than she was to him. "So you considered my brother whom you've just met a better partner than I am after all these years? I thought you loved me. Why my brother of all men?" Obiada spoke to Udochie for a long time, trying to rejuvenate the love he thought existed, but it seemed it had been him loving Udochie while she played along as she waited to find love. It was a hard time for Obiada. He had sleepless nights wondering what had taken charge of his brother and Udochie. He became a shadow of himself, but they remained unconcerned and prepared for their marriage. Azuka and Udochie got married, not minding Obiada's feelings. On the day of their traditional marriage, Obiada in anger cursed them. "I curse you today for causing me pain. You will be together, but nothing good will come out of this. You will never know the joy of having a son. You will never have an heir to carry on your name or your legacy." Azuka and Udochie was surprised hearing those from Obiada, but continued with their relationship regardless. As the years went by, they had children, all of them daughters. They loved their daughters but felt the absence of having a son. Obiada neither married nor sought companionship, watched his brother's family grow with anger and sadness in his heart. The years continued to pass, and Azuka married another woman to bear him a son, but the woman only bore him 2 daughters. Months turned into years and Azuka fell ill. The illness had eaten deep into his system and subconsciously he was counting his days on earth. He decided to seek for his brother's forgiveness before he dies. When Obiada got his message, he was angry and refused to go to him, but after a long thought, he decided to see Azuka, whom he met on his deathbed. "I'm sorry for everything. Please forgive me and grant me a chance to a peaceful rest when I die. I don't know if there is any forgiveness left in me, but I can't carry this anger forever. I forgive you. You won't die. You have your family to take care of. Who do you want to leave them for? Please get well soon." The brothers made peace and few days later Azuka died. During his funeral, Obiada's heart was filled with sadness for the brother he had lost, the love that had been shattered, and for the life that could have been. Though he had forgiven his brother, he never had anything to do with Udochie, his late brother's wife. Seeing her constantly reminded him of the past. Obiada was now an old man, and having no family of his own, concentrated on his work in his forge. The villagers commended his unmatched skill as a blacksmith at his age. He lived the remaining days of his life with sadness for the way things had turned out. His brother's daughters treated him right and he never felt like he never had a child of his own. Hello favorite one, thanks for listening to my stories. Your support means the world to me and I couldn't do this without you. Your likes, comments and shares keep me motivated to create more stories. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss out on any of my new stories. Thanks again and see you in the next story.